Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, sharing and learning together. Again, all of these things, these tools are designed to help you to become a better you, to live according to your Creator, because you were created for a purpose, for a reason. Don't think because you're here in this world, you just can do whatever you want to. The Creator has set up rules and guidelines for us to obey, to follow, to live in this world. And the purpose of these rules is to make us a better person, a better human being, and to grow closer to our Creator, who is God. So today we're going to discuss that, can a man get away with committing adultery? What does it mean? All right, man, let's think about this for a minute. What if your daughter, and she was married to a man, and he committed adultery on her? How would you feel about that? Would that bother you? Would you pat your daughter in the back, say, "It's okay, honey, he didn't mean no harm, go back, nothing happened, put it out of your mind"? Or would you be furious? Would you be angry? He would insult your daughter like that. He would do such a horrible thing like that to your daughter. Remember, marriage is the closest relationship on the face of the planet. That is why when a husband and a wife breaks up, they tend to hate each other so much. You can't even begin to understand the hatred and the betrayal and the stabbing and the constant fighting in the court system, wanting to hurt one another, because it is the deepest and it's the most painful experience a human will experience in this life, which is the relationship between a spouse. Now, the question is that, can a man commit adultery and get away with it? Now remember, you're not God, I'm not God. And God says his ways is not our ways. So that is why he gave us commandments, he gave us rules, because his ways are not ours. So he's given us a book for us to follow. So in the Old Testament, called the Torah, there are three cardinal sin you have to die for. There are three sin you must die then to commit. The first one is idolatry. Idolatry. We all know what idolatry is. We all understand it is forbidden to idol worship, and some people do it and some people don't, but that is one of them that you have to die before you commit this. The second one is murder. You have to die than to murder. Someone put a gun to your head and says, "Kill this person." You are not allowed to take another person's life to save your life. You cannot murder someone. You have to die than to murder another human being. And number three, adultery. God says it's better you die than to commit adultery. And you're going to wish the day you were never born if you commit adultery. Think about what God is saying. Three things you have to die for than to do them. And adultery is one of them. This is how serious adultery is. So when people going around, and of course it applies to women, and that's another one, we'll talk about that at a later time in another video. But I want you men to understand, running around thinking it's cool, having children with other women, on your wives, doing all these horrible things, guess what? You're gonna pay for it. It may feel good now, but again, all of us here for a little while, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years, and we leave this world. Then we have to give an account for what we did here. All the horrible things we've done to other people, especially to our spouse, we're going to give account to, because God says, "Do not make my daughter cry." Do not make my daughter cry. When you make your wife cry, you have no idea the punishment you're going to get for doing something like that. Okay? And I just showed you how serious it is when you commit adultery to your wife. Can you imagine that? God says it's better you die than to commit adultery. Think about that. Ponder that for a while. Because again, you're going to have to pay for it. If you did not know, I understand, but now you do if you've been following. But remember, gentlemen, your wife is part of you, and God has given rules. If God did not change, he did not change. It's because you did not know. You know, you cannot walk into a courtroom and say, I did not know the law. The law is the law. That's your lacking for not knowing the law. But you still going to have to pay the price when you go to the courtroom. There's no, oh, I did not know, and then the judge say, okay, a little smack on the hand, you go free. There is no such thing. You are ignorant to the law, that's your fault because you didn't learn about it. Now you know. Those are the 3 cardinal sins that you must die for, and one of them happened to be adultery. Gentlemen, this is a short life. Take it serious with your wife, because at the end, you're going to pay the price. There's no free lunch. It simply doesn't exist. It exists in your mind, but you're going to pay for that, what you think that is free. Nothing in this world is free. And in the afterlife is when you will pay for what you think that was free. God bless. Share, follow. Do me a favor. If you love these videos, you like them, repost them. Help other people understand this. Help spread it. Okay? Don't just keep it to yourself. Repost this video over and over and try to help as many people learn what God has commended us as men, as women, how to behave in this world, how to behave in a marriage, what is allowed and what is not allowed. Until we do that, guess what? We're going to pay the price at the end. We all do. And all of us get affected by this. So help share this. Repost and repost and repost. That's the best way you can even help yourself, because you're helping other people by reposting this video. Learn, other men learn what are the consequences when you do something like this to your wife. I'll see you next time. God bless.